G'day, how's it going? It's your mate, Failbait, coming at you with a Shadowverse 101 how to play video. So, for this video, we're going to examine how to play Midrange Shadow, and Midrange Shadow is a deck that has been prevalent in the Shadowverse meta for a long time. This is because of the wide range of answers and threats that can be found in the deck. It has card draw, easy spot removal, area of effect damage, and a powerful late game finishes, as well as a few tech cards that offer healing. As a result, Midrange Shadow is a popular deck in the tournament scene. Other versions of the deck include Reanimate Shadow and Neutral Dark Atlas Shadow, but the strongest of them, and most consistent, is Midrange. And to teach us the deck, we will look at how pro player DIS Sheepy pilots it against Classic Man 92's Dragoncraft in the losers final of the SV Open. So the primary game plan of Midrange Shadow is simple but effective. Create wide, sticky boards full of last word effects that generate shadows for your late game minions. To do this, there are a myriad of early drop minions that can kickstart Shadowcraft's game plan. For the neutrals, there is the 1-drop Goblin, there's Lyriel, which is a 2-drop that has a powerful evolve effect, and lastly there's a 3-drop Gourmet Emperor Kaiser, which can give you theoretically infinite shadows thanks to its generation of the ultimate carrot. Just using these serves effective tempo moves on curve, as well as providing you with threats and potential answers. For the Shadowcraft specific cards, there is Andrialphus, which has a last words effect to draw you a card, and like Lyriel, is a prime evolve target to give every minion in your hand the ability to draw cards. This will allow you to constantly cycle through your deck and find the specific answers you need for every game state. Belinus is another powerful 2-drop minion that can work as a 2-for-1 value trade, thanks to its last words effect to deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. It also has powerful 2/2 stats that can contest the early board, and is a good target to revive with a 3-drop Skull Ring. Now this Skull Ring is one of the prime value generators in the game, giving you 2 1/1 skeletons and the Reanimate effect to revive a 2-drop, giving you a second Andrialphus, Belinus, or even Lyriel to continue threatening your enemy's board. So once you have generated your wide board of 1 and 2 drops along with a few skeletons, Prince Catacomb comes down on turn 4 to create that sticky board again, one full of skeletons once your minions are destroyed. So if you are presented against a board that can't be dealt with through value trades, there are plenty of early game combos that Shadowcraft has access to. The best activator for this is Lurching at Corpse. So this minion has the drawback of only being able to attack the enemy leader and wards, but has a powerful last words that when it is destroyed will also destroy an enemy minion. This combos perfectly with cards like Demon Eater, a 2-drop that will draw you 2 cards, and with Lurching Corpse will also allow you to destroy an enemy minion. Alternatively, if you are facing down a wider board than your own, if you have Lurching Corpse, you can also use the 4-drop Necro Assassin to deal with it. This is because Necro Assassin has the fanfare to destroy an enemy minion, and when used in combination with Lurching Corpse, will destroy 2 of your enemy's minions, as we saw there, or destroy just the one. So the last minion that offers strong spot removal is Conditional, using Little Soul Squasher to destroy an evolved enemy minion, though it does require Foreshadow, so make sure to keep an eye on that before playing it. Shadowcraft also uses Zombie Party as a 2 play point card to deal 3 damage. Alternatively, this card can be played on turn 7 for an enhance, but we'll save that combo for later. Now, if you thought Shadowcraft's early game minions were strong, this is where the craft truly shines. It has powerful mid-range options, starting with the turn 6 Skeleton Prince, which generates you even more token skeletons. Alternatively, if you're facing a wide board and want to deal with it, you can use Odile Black Swan to clear it and deal 2 extra damage to your opponent. Just remember to get rid of that white swan she summons. So these 2 cards should help you consolidate that wide, sticky board we mentioned earlier to enable one of Shadowcraft's biggest finishes, Eektar. So once you've got the necessary shadows, 8, he summons 2 tokens and gives every minion on your field +2 attack and rush on that turn to finish off any board. Now Eektar can combo with that card we mentioned earlier, Zombie Party. So play Zombie Party on 7 and then play Eektar on 8, and what that means is on turn 7, the Zombie Party will generate 3 2/2 minions, and then Eektar will give them that buff that presents an imposing board that can push for lethal damage. But if those aren't enough, there's one Underworld ruler left to bring you victory, and her name is Aisha. On turn 10, and with 10 shadows, the Underworld ruler gains Storm and can attack twice. This means she can deal 10 damage to your opponent and close out the game. But if this aggressive tempo-based game plan gets interrupted, Shadowcraft has a few options to shift the game back in their favor. The first card is Series of the Night, a 4-drop minion that has a powerful clash effect that deals 2 damage to an enemy minion and heals your leader for 2. The next is another healing card in the form of Underworld Watchman Kawi. He's a strong 7-drop with a ward that, when destroyed, will will also destroy your opponent's strongest minion and then heal your leader for that enemy minion's attack. This powerful effect forces your opponent to devote resources to them or to play around it, and you may still get the healing in the end anyway. The final card to discuss here is Immortal Thane, an 8-drop minion that summons 2/2/1 minions with the same effect. When an allied minion dies, deal 1 damage to your opponent. This burn option can be a good last resort, but as if that wasn't enough. When Immortal Thane dies, he gives you a free minion with Ward and Bane if you have the necessary shadows. And the power of these 3 cards, you see, allows you to manipulate the flow and tempo of the game, as well as swinging things back to your favor when used correctly. So in conclusion, with a combination of powerful early game minions and a myriad of removal effects from spot removal to area of effect, Shadowcraft have plenty of threats and answers. But it's when they are able to reach the mid to late game that the craft truly shines, using its most powerful minions to aggressively win the match, or to shift the pace of the game back in your favor for an incredible comeback. So this has been your mate Failbait giving you a how to play video on Midrange Shadow. Hopefully it's been helpful for you. And until next time, keep generating those shadows.